Oh, great. I've been talking this whole time and my mic's been muted, but oh well. So I'm gonna reset this mission and I'll re-explain what I'm doing. So I'm trying to practice some MiG-3 combat diving down on enemy aircraft. The MiG-3 is more stable at higher speeds above about 300 kilometers an hour, I think. Most of the campaigns so far that we've been running, we have I've been coming in at much lower speeds. So we're gonna just roll. We'll try to dive down on him. But yeah, so when we're coming in at higher speeds, we should be a bit more stable, so we'll have better gun hit setups. And I don't think we timed this one that right. I have basically no experience with these kinds of attacks, so I'm trying to, in the quick mission here, just quickly reset and try to get my attacks set up correctly. And then once I can start doing them pretty good regularly, I'm going to switch to disengaging. Hey Phantom, how are you? I wish the default setups would actually be something reasonable, but I guess we don't get that. So we're gonna do another dive, try to get on this Ju-87. Got some good hits on him, and now we should be able to pull up and just break off. Yeah, I'm not doing a campaign today. I'm just I'm on lunch break and working from home, so I'm trying to practice the MiG a bit more. Yeah, with the MiG, I've been pretty hesitant to try to dive on targets because I think it's about, what is it, over 600 kilometers an hour. It starts really not turning like at all. So this aircraft doesn't handle well at high speeds and it doesn't handle well at low speeds, so it is a handful to try to manage. The other problem is that we're really like not doing any damage to these guys, so I'm gonna adjust the aircraft configuration and maybe I just have to start using cannons on this. Because people have been talking for a while that 50 cals are really just not cutting it most of the time anymore. They used to be really good. You'd hit the pilot with 150 cal and they'd die, which is how it works in real life, but not in the game anymore. All right, so we go from 350 rounds to under only 150 rounds, which is going to really suck for multi-kills, but we might, in our campaign, start engaging one target and then leaving. The next thing I'll have to practice is actually setting up for these dives, because this has got me set up for it already. Didn't come in right. Yeah, so we're over 600 and we're not maneuvering like at all, but as soon as we drop below it, we're starting to maneuver pretty well. My throttle was physically at 0, but in the game it was quite high. I doubt this kind of attack would work on any of the BF-109s though, because they'll probably just pull up with us. Alright, so now I'm losing speed. And the aircraft's handling worse. Where did he go? Check the map. See if we can't get a follow-up attack on him. Oh, there he is. Alright, so we're gonna try again for another gun setup on this guy. Give him another try or two before I reset and just continue trying the dives. I think we're mostly in the same setup as what we started with right now. These are always really hard because you have such a high closure rate that getting a good shot. Alright, we hit him and he's leaking something, but he's not like going down, I don't think. Alright, let's restart. We'll give it another go. So we're coming in way too fast. We're hitting our VNE. I'm surprised it held together at that speed. Hey, we set him on fire. Alright, let's do another. Yeah, Phantom, are you playing against AI? Because the AI are simultaneously really good and really dumb in this game. Alright, we'll pull harder this time to make sure we don't get in too much of a dive. I'll pull back on the throttle too so we don't over rev the engine. And we can't roll fast enough, so we're going to overshoot him. We'll reset and start again. Something else I've seen mentioned with the MiG-3 is using trim a lot to set up a stable guns hit. I don't know if that's still true or if how people have those trim controls set up, because mine's set up as a hat switch, which makes adjusting it a lot quite a pain. I think I hit his wheel. Alright, we'll set up again. Another tip I was told is that the MiG-3, if your mixture's at 100%, it's boost. I knew that already, but I was told that 50% loses you a lot of engine power, and so instead when you're not trying to boost, use about 80% mixture. Alright, now we got a good burst into him. He's leaking a bunch of things. I saw something fall off, but I don't know if he's gonna actually go down. Throttle back up to keep speed. My aircraft trimmed for this turn. Go on boosted mode and see how that goes. The MiG certainly does feel like it turns a lot nicer at these higher speeds, but it doesn't really like to turn. I'm kind of a bit more used to yak dogfighting where you use a lot of vertical and a lot of turning, and that's a very different beast from this aircraft. No dice. Alright, we'll reset, keep doing this. I think part of my OBS froze, so I'm gonna check that window. Reset, yeah, reset one of my stats windows. It wasn't taking up the stream time. durability of these German aircraft is going to make me really want to start flying the P-39 again. Just shove a 37 millimeter shell into some enemy aircraft, and there's no way they're going to survive it. Oh, I did not pull hard enough on this dive. I'm going to have to trim to get out of it. And I'm going to be pretty low. Alright, well we messed that up so we can practice trying to recover altitude after. We are losing way too much speed with that climb. Ah, missed. That was a high lead angle shot, so there was a very low chance of hitting anyway. Definitely turns like a dream at the above 400. So I'll have to keep that in mind on the future campaign runs. Do I not have tracers? I don't think this gun has tracers. Which is definitely not easy to see. Wow, you do have quite a bit of time shooting that. Alright, pull harder this time. Try to figure out roughly where we gotta keep him so we can make sure we pull up on his tail. We weren't really pulling hard enough, but maybe we can recover it. We're gonna overshoot him, so let's try to do a roll. We basically just pulled and lost all of our energy. Yeah, he's shot the heck and he's not going down. Alright, let's finish this mission. We'll adjust some of our We'll switch over to trying to take on a 109 and see how it goes. Let's do an F2. An F4 is an option, and it's going to be a real pain if we fight an F4. We have been seeing some F4s in our campaign. The F4 is the first variant of the 109 that actually has better overall specs than the MiG-3. I'm going to switch back to the BS machine guns and see how they go. Is he climbing up? He's climbing up to meet us. That dumb. But we can see how much he climbed in just that short amount of time, because we're down at about where he was, and he got up quite high. He's gonna pass us. I'll try a loop. Not going to get any shots on him. This lead angle. I guess we'll just try to turn with him. Yeah, these 109s are really freaking hard to try to keep up with. To have some fun in a low altitude dogfight. Hey, we just hit him on the intro. Where is he? He was on fire a second ago. This thing is so slow and draggy. Well, we'll grab Yak 1. And we don't get any different gun setup on the Yak. So we've just got the machine gun and the one cannon I think we have. And this is just going to be a dumb turning battle. This is what the Yak specializes in. And in reality, we'll probably just end up getting a maneuver kill on it, because we'll spin him until he's stalling. take a look at something else real quick. This is a big spreadsheet I've got of all the aircraft, a whole bunch of various stats, and I'm just gonna look at what the turn speed is. So they're all 270 for optimal turn speed. This is it's gonna show some of our troubles here because MiG-3, if you're handling it perfectly and you're doing everything perfectly, your turns, your 3K altitude turn speed, how long it takes to turn 360, is 28 seconds. And you got to be going 270 kilometers an hour for that. Uh, the BF-109 F2 is 29. The F4 is 26. So the F4 will always outturn you. And same with the E7. There's also 110 E2s, which we've encountered. So those are much slower. If you're in a Yak 1, that drops to 24. So you can outturn all of these at 3K altitude. And also for the MiG-3, you get a bit more of a lead in your turn speed at basically sea level, which is weird because it's not supposed to be a good aircraft for sea level turn fights. So we'll slow down to our turn speed and see what goes on. Slowly bring our engine back up to speed, try to get our turn speed to hold. Shooting at us. Dropping below our turn speed, so let's speed up. Now I can pull harder. So I'm going too fast. Alright, let's try the reverse of this. Check the airspeed aircraft settings. Just leave it as default. Oh man, and look at this, I don't even have to change any mixture or prop RPM settings. Fancy. Yeah, this thing handles way better than the MiG or the Yak. Like playing easy mode. Oh, sorry, he's pulling. We'll go high. Let's try to not use too much emergency mode throttle. He was coming up at us. That's a unique attempt. Oh, I damaged my engine. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's restart that, try again. stalling. Yeah, so there's clearly something that I'm just not getting with the MiG, because even in the 109, which definitely handles better from my perspective, the AI MiGs can stay with me, and the AI, like I was saying earlier, the AI is both really stupid and really good. They will almost always fly the aircraft perfectly, and they'll get every ounce of maneuverability out of it. However, they'll then proceed to stall themselves out and slam into the ground, or get into a dumb turn fight without using vertical. Like that, yeah. He just proceeded to absolutely slam himself into the ground with a bad maneuver. So it's tough to fight the AI. However, it's also really tough to fight players. Oh, I realized I had display capture not set right, but it was still showing IL-2, so that's fine. Okay, so let's go back to our MiG-3. Another E2 or F2. You can cheat a little bit and go 50% fuel. We're at a bit of a disadvantage because we have to try to juke the AI's closing shots. The AI's, as I said, they're also really good at certain things. So in this, another thing that they're really good at is deflection shooting. We roll and we're down, we can pull a bit harder. Let's try that. We'll gain some speed, try to close the distance on him, but he's coming straight at us. I think I will try to lessen my pull rate. I'll go into a loop. Once we get the nose past 90, we can pull harder. Pull down into him. Don't pull on the stick too much, but I gotta pull on the stick, so sorry game. He's coming right back up at us. We'll take a wild shot, but we didn't hit anything. I need to pull a little harder, try to keep with him, I think. And now we're just in a turn fight, so this isn't going to go well for me because the AI will always win the turn fight. Even though I'm supposed to have the turning advantage over him very slightly. Coming up for possibly a gunshot, we'll just take it. I opened up too slow. See if we can't go high while we have a second. I'm gonna drop my engine into continuous mode. We're gonna climb. Let's do a bit engine RPM down. Also going to give me a second to play around with my engine settings. I was reading some more, and other people were saying that they were having their water radiator at like 40% in this aircraft, and I don't know how they manage that, because whenever I'm taking this thing out, if the water radiator isn't like 80% plus open, the engine overheats. But that was also a guy who was running 80% mixture for higher throttles. So we might have luck with that, because increased mixture should improve engine cooling. It's going to come head on to us. I think, oh, we got some hits. He's leaking. Well, I'm losing too much speed, so let's bring our nose down. He's flying back towards us. We're gonna probably have another head-on shot with him. We missed. We're gonna head on again. He's gonna have a chance to hit, but he didn't take it. I think he stalled for a second there. He just lost a lot of altitude. he's going down right now. Oh, no, tricked us out. So yeah, he took a shot at us that time. Wonder why not the other times. Throw the engine boost back on. Now, I'm never really sure what to do in these kinds of situations, because this is what we always end up with when fighting 109s in this aircraft and the lag, or the yaks. There always just seem to be in a stalemate until the AI decides to kind of not turn like he's doing right now. He's too close to the ground for us to try to make that shot. We'll come up, try to roll over him. I'm gonna hit the ground if I don't pull up. Alright, so he did eventually go down. But we really only got that because we got lucky with a head-on pass. But I think I did a fairly decent job making sure that he didn't get good shots on me. That was mostly because I was trying to keep speed up higher in this aircraft. Alright, that's all the time I have for practice today. Later tonight, I'll be streaming MechWarrior 4. And depending on how my schedule looks, tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll be doing more IL-2. We'll try to get further with the MiG and adjust some things. Oh, hi, Cupcake. How are you? I think I missed your message earlier. I tend to get a bit focused when we're in the middle of dogfights. Phantom and Cupcake, thanks for watching. As I mentioned, I'll be streaming later tonight at 7 p.m. EST. MechWarrior 4, it's a really old giant stompy mech game. I'm running through the campaign on that. So I'll see you then if you have time to join in. Thank you very much.